weekend, everybody. We are back again with a little Austin sports weekend, a little Austin weekend sports.
Preview week 1. Tom.
Preview, it is no longer week 0. It is week
1 of the college football season.
Week 1. And, of course, we're huge Tennessee fans, so we're going to cover...
Well, if you can tell by the shirts.
Maybe Flinton, maybe the shirts and stuff on there. We're going to go ahead and preview the Tennessee-Syracuse.
A lot of orange in that game.
There's going to be a lot of orange. The orange is playing the Orangeman. There's going to be a lot of orange in that stadium.
Orange juice jokes commence.
Yep. We've got two teams coming off really good years last year.
Both teams with a 10-3 record, respectively, from last year.
Yep. And there's a lot of similarities in both of our teams. Last year, we had Nico, which everybody knows that story. It's in the past, so goodbye. But Syracuse had a superstar quarterback last year that actually
was second in the country in passing yards.
4,779 passing yards last year was Kyle McCord. He is no longer there.
He's in the NFL.
He is in the NFL. So they've lost a lot of talent. We lost a ton of talent. I think they might have lost more of their talent on their team than Tennessee lost on their team, because Tennessee could just reload at this point, especially on the defensive side. So there's a lot of question marks going into this game. Who's going to be the one to step up and prove that they're ready for this year? Tennessee has moved forward to their quarterback,
Joey Aguilar,
who hasn't played much since Appy State. He mainly made his name at Appy State. Now, they had a top 5 offensive numbers last year, but it wasn't in the Power 4. So, again, we're still learning there. Tennessee's defense, so last year I think finished top 10. Their preseason this year ranked top 5. So Tennessee's defense should step right back up to where it left off at.
Maybe play better against some of those.
They might even be better. I don't want to say better because Tennessee's defense was so good last year. Tennessee's defense may be better this year.
But the real question marks on the other side of the ball.
The question marks is definitely for Tennessee on the offensive side of the ball. Will Tennessee finally... No, Golish was the offensive coordinator until...
His stat line, if you look across the stat line for his 2 years at Tennessee, you can tell that the offense was as smooth sailing as can get.
Yeah.
First year, 39.3 points per game. Year 2, 46.1 points per game. So that's about 40 points a season.
Yeah, since then we've dropped into the 20s.
Yeah, 31 points per game in year 1 with Halsley, and year 2 in conference play. This is not the entire year. This is in conference play, only 26.
Only 26.
You can tell.
And last year was about 25-ish, I think. Now, we did drop from Hendon Hooker's talent down to Joe Milton's talent, and then to Nico's talent. Everybody thought Nico was going to be boom and go on, but he actually ended up having one of the worst offensive statistic numbers in Josh Heupel's coaching career, which was only 19 TDs. So normally Heupel's quarterbacks throw between 25 and 35.
I don't want to seem like I'm biased or anything, but I really didn't like the play calling last year.
No, and we don't know if it was bad play calling or vanilla play calling. Let's just call it vanilla play calling.
I'll call it wide receiver screen on top, wide receiver screen on the bottom, with a halfback run up the middle and the middle. Just take a nice bite out of it.
Now, we don't know if that was just maybe some bad play calling, or if maybe that was Nico was not ready to be turned loose. He couldn't because he had some wide open people and he overthrew them a little bit. And then when we did make a decent throw, our wide receivers dropped it. So
that addresses another problem.
It might be a soup or a stew made up of a lot of different bad ingredients, but we are both anxious to see the lid taken off and see what we can do with this offense like we used to do.
I am so I can't stand it. I am so tired of the wide receiver
screen. One more wide receiver screen and we both may just burst. But
trust me.
We know we need that play because that is a good quick out play whenever they're playing off coverage. But
don't you play
not every time. Not every play. You can't do it every play. Eventually, they're going to figure out that that's every play. Now, Syracuse defense, even with some of this, even last year, with Syracuse being a 10-win team, their run defense was suspect last year. They averaged giving up 5 yards per carry, 150 yards per game, and 1.8, almost 2 touchdowns per game. So their run defense last year was not very good. It was a little suspect. The offense was so good they averaged, I think they averaged like 14 points more on average than the team they were playing. So their offense was fantastic, but their defense run was a little bit off. And that's where I think Tennessee has the biggest advantage is what we do first?
Run the ball.
Run the ball. Tennessee loves to run the ball. We've got, honestly,
I'd like us to be a little more creative when we run the ball.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe just do more draws or do some more
a little play action, maybe a little play action. We've got 3 good running backs this year.
I'm not trying to tell. I'm not trying to tell Halsey what to do. No. I'm not the coordinator. I just sit from the couch.
Yeah, but Halsey does have to prove a little bit this year. I think this
is his 3rd season.
He needs to show us what his offense can do. He needs
to pop the cork off the champagne bottle.
Now, I did hear that one of the new assistants that came in. What's the newest one? The offensive
Seth Littrell.
Seth. I've heard that he has brought a little spice, a little cinnamon, throwing a little extra spice in there, and that we're going to do some stuff that we haven't done in the past.
Another part, the cynical part of me, there is a cynical part of me.
No, if you're a Tennessee fan, there's a cynical part of you.
I was afraid that I just hoped that we didn't turn into the Tennessee Sooners.
Yeah, we were Tennessee Sooners. But I have heard that his addition has added a little spice, a little trip, a little trouble.
Hopefully it's
we normally don't do.
Hopefully it's pumpkin spice.
Yeah. So I do give the advantage to Tennessee's rushing this year because our offensive line, I think, will be. I mean, the center position, I think, will take a step back because our last year he's just one of the greatest that we've had in a long time. I think the center position might take a little bit step back, but as far as the O-line overall, I think our O-line is going to be better. We got a 5-star Hurd. We got a 5-star coming in, the number 1 player in the country. We got 4 stars. Oh, our offensive line, I think, is going to be overall better this year. I think our defense, I don't want to say it out loud, is going to be a little bit better this year. Our wide receivers need to step up this year. Last year they were a little off. Our quarterback last year was a little off. So those are the two things that are unproven. If Joey can throw one 30, 40-yard pass over the top.
Yeah, if he can just throw one of those.
Game's over. Then what do you have to do? You have to pull your coverage back to cover those guys. So what does that do?
Allow you to run the ball.
Which is what we want to do. So if Joey can complete 1 or 2 long passes per game, we could. It'd be fantastic. I'm craving it. I can taste it. It's just. It's so good. Now, see, Tennessee's defense last year, we only averaged giving up 3 yards a carry, a little over 100 yards a game, and actually less than 1.08 TDs per game. And our defense only gave up 189 yards passing with a 58% completion and less than a TD passing to. So last year our defense was that good, and I think they might be a little bit better. Now this is considered a neutral site, even though I think Tennessee will probably have more orange in there than the Orange have orange. The Orangemen have orange.
They're in Syracuse, New York.
It's closer. They're in New York. We're 3 hours away. They're 10 hours away. So I think Tennessee, and plus Tennessee's, we're crazy fans. I mean, we bought tickets for it. I mean, whenever they said, we might go to Atlanta, we went ahead and bought tickets just in case they did go down there. That's how crazy we are. We'll be down there. So now they are really smart with the line. The line started out at 12. It jumped up to 14.5. Right now it's at 13.5. Do you think Tennessee beats them by 2 touchdowns?
If we have better play calling and we have better quarterback play, that's the key. If those things happen, we will win by double digits.
The only thing I think might keep it under I do think we win by double digits. But if their run defense is as bad this year as it was last year, we're going to run the ball a lot, which is going to take time off the clock. And we might tend to give up a trash touchdown late, which might keep it under that 14 points. I think if we complete one long 40-yard pass, we might beat them by 30. But without seeing that happen, I think it's under 14 points. I think it might be 10 to 12 points. And the over and under is like 50 points. I think that might go under also. Just because Tennessee's defenses, they may not give up 10 points. If there's good, I think Tennessee's defense is angry. They haven't been talked about much because of all the drama that's been going on behind the scenes. I think Tennessee's defense is angry. I am picking Tennessee to win, probably by, I'm thinking 10 to 12. I don't know if it'll go up to 14. I hope I'm wrong. I hope they beat them 42 to 10. But I want to see that off. I'm like you. I want to see that offense first. But we do have Tennessee picking up the W week 1. So go Vols. Anything else you want to add to it?
The head coach of Syracuse, we should have mentioned this beforehand.
No.
Fran Brown. He's
2 years guy.
ago. 2 years ago, he was the defensive backs coach at Georgia under Kirby Smart until he was hired 2 years ago.
He's actually a really good coach. I think he's got a definite future in coaching. I don't know if he'll stay at Syracuse forever because I think he's a really good coach. He respects our team. We respect him. There is zero hatred in this game. There's not been any bad talk, any bad blood.
Well, Tennessee and Syracuse haven't played against each other that much.
And I think the last time we played was 1998 when we won the national championship. How about that? 98.
I don't think
feels like 98. I don't think we're going to win the national championship this year. I just hope Tennessee has a good year this year. But I think we will start out with a good solid win in Atlanta. All right. We hope you had a little fun with us covering the Tennessee Volunteers.
I just hope that we play well for my sake.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the next, 14 weeks is going to determine my sanity for the next 12 months. We're so crazy. But go Vols, and we will see you
next week.